Hey, it's you! Come on in and join us!
We're so glad you're here today. We have a soap from HAGS and Pasture Pharmacy.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
And we're so glad you're here.
Yes,
we wouldn't have a barbershop
you.
without you. Come on in, have a seat, give us a like and subscribe if you would be so kind. And if you're here during the live premiere, why join the chat? We got some kind folks from all over the world that'd love to meet you and say hi.
Even Pastures has hopped in a few times. Which is
I know they might even be here today. Hey, Pasture, good to see you. So what's our mention today? Sarah has discovered this lovely artisan up in Canada thanks to our friend Carlos. Shame on, gents. And what did you find?
So Topher's has a bunch of fun things, and I really had a hard time picking. But these are some of the bath bombs that I found. So there's some
one of them's for me for Easter for today, y'all.
Some
I had to wait till we shot this to use it.
Kind of scary theme. So here's the It little shave soap.
That's
you can hold
mine.
That one.
This is going to be my bath bomb
and then
for today.
they have tons in this size that are super fun. Maybe this way. But they're super. This one's a cherry bomb scent. Some of them are
cherry
kind of.
bomb.
And then
smart.
they have some adult themed ones, which are kind
this
of fun.
This one's called Dirty.
You know, you can fill in the blank.
That's so fun.
But they're super fun, and they have even little gifts for like Mother's Day and different themed ones. So as the holidays get close, if you just need something to throw in the mail, you can send it directly from them to whoever's getting the gift, which is super fun.
Bubblegum scented, y'all.
Oh, is that what? I forgot. I didn't surprise. Yeah.
And they are a newer artisan, y'all, but boy, are they impressive. We got their wax melts going on last night. They were amazing. Carlos sent us a couple of shave soaps, and they are exceptional.
And they even have shampoo and conditioner pucks. Anyways,
this is why we do it. We want to discover places like Topher, so y'all go over to their website listed right here to see what they got.
And it really just adds to like why we have jumped into this whole wet shaving thing of like pausing and taking time for you. So if you know,
bubblegum bath bomb. Are you kidding me?
You're gonna have to pause and enjoy the bath bomb while you just exhale and breathe for a little bit.
They got my letters. It even has little initials down there.
It says it on it.
Oh, I wonder if it's from It.
It is.
Because it floats. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh, it says Georgie.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got that. I just got that. Oh, this is petrifying,
tons
y'all.
at Halloween. They have some from the what are the sisters? What?
It's the clown. The Sanderson sisters.
The Sanderson sisters. They have all them, and they have some of the ones from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Anyways, go check them out. They're hand painted, super pretty.
And it is so apropos now that we're doing the soap we're doing today because it has a giant, amazing, beautiful monster on the front. This is a soap from far off Greece, but luckily they collaborated with Pasture Pharmacy to provide it to the masses. So let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so this is from the sales page at Pasture Pharmacy.
The Emperor is an oriental fougere that is very ambery, balsamic, and woody. It opens up with intense, dry, deep ambery, and slightly smoky notes that are sweetened up with some boozy notes that remind us of herbal liqueur.
I want to know what an herbal liqueur is.
I know. I'm going to need some of that.
The fougere green note comes from the fir balsam or fir balsam-like raw materials. Okay. There's a slightly creamy sandalwood dryness that gives it a nice solid base.
Well.
And y'all, until we dive into the set notes, which we can't see yet, those are our little coming attractions.
Tip off of what's
just
going to be
to
in
know
here.
what we're going to get in here.
Right.
Oh, I love it. And HAGS does not disappoint. Boy, do they have some of the most beautiful and sophisticated soaps that we have smelled yet. And y'all, this is an homage to one of the most coveted houses for the last 100 years when it comes to fine things and fragrances, Cartier. Let's open the box. All right, y'all, so Cartier being known for ultra-refined and beautiful things, I'm excited for you to see the monster on the cover of this.
Yeah.
So, this is how they come from Pasture. Oh, we've got some coming attractions here. Don't look at this one. Don't look at the 5 points from Gotham, especially if you like Baccarat Rouge. Don't look at that at all. Those are for coming episodes.
Oh, but look at that. That is way better than online. Look at those colors.
Somehow my computer monitor never seems to do it justice until we see it in person. You don't really get a sense of how gorgeous it is.
We did not break the seal.
I love the seal on the soaps. It means nobody else has gotten their nose in your shaving soap. Yeah, this is awesome. And the undercarriage is so beautiful. What's the intensity? It tells you.
Ooh, let's see. It is almost all the way up there.
Whoa! 75%. This is almost as intense as it gets, y'all. HAGS, what have you done? I'm so excited. And what's our base on this one? Because they're all a little bit different.
This is the, wait for it, Osiris base.
This is the Osiris
That's the one we went with, so there you go.
Fasten your seatbelts, y'all. It's time for a HAGS First Impression. Yeah, the only thing I know about Cartier is that Elaine Stritch here was really good friends with Noel Coward, and he wrote a very famous poem once called I've Been to a Marvelous Party with Nana and Nuna and Nell. It was in the fresh air, and we came as we were, and we stayed as we were, which was hell. Poor Nuna got fried on Chianti and talked about esprit de corps, but I knew the excitement was bound to begin when Nuna got fried on Dubonnet and gin and scratched her veneer with a Cartier pin, and I couldn't have liked it more. Cartier? So that's the only way I know Cartier from, is from that little poem, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I always just knew from watching, so I forgot that they even had any of their fragrance stuff.
We were looking at their page before the show here to get ready for it. We saw some of their watches are going for $180,000.
But they just hit their 100-year mark, which is kind of even crazier. So,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to complain about shipping costs on shave soaps after seeing $145,000.
Yeah, but that's our only way to get a hold of this scent is through a lovely soap.
Yes, thank you, HAGS, for bringing us a piece of Cartier at a price we can afford.
Exactly.
This homage. All right, let me take it.
And I do have to say, it's cool. All the labels that they do are all so fun and different and creative.
If you ever just want a good time, just head over to the HAGS page and look at their labels.
Super fun, imaginative,
beautiful, unreal. All right, here we go.
Cartier in that picture, it's kind of a fun little oxymoron going on.
Oh, we have a nice pour.
Oh, we do.
We have a nice pour. I don't want to let the goodness out yet.
Okay, but it did say more intense, so let's see.
I know. Okay, here we go. Oh.
Does it smell Cartier bougie? I'm guessing no.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice.
Cologne though?
Oh, hold on. I need one more pass.
Please
I need one more pass.
Stop asking questions, Sarah. He needs a minute.
Wow. Okay, so this is very cool. Let's have a girl conversation. The colognes that my dad loved growing up had sort of a sweet, syrupy quality to them. And they were beautiful. It was just how the florals and how the wood sort of came together on the lighter, sweeter sides. And then there were colognes that were a little bit more of the natural woods. Colognes that were a little bit more about the natural herbs. Colognes that were a little bit more about, the natural elements of things. And they had two very different, and still do, look at my face, to this day, still do have two very different lanes. In fact, you can go look at the thumbnails for all of our episodes so far. Nothing really combines those for me.
Interesting.
Nothing takes the natural woods, the natural herbs, the natural spices, and those beautiful, swirling, syrupy, sweet colognes of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and sort of puts them together. For me,
that's what's happening?
That's what this does.
Oh, so it does have a cologne vibe, but not much of a place.
Right. And HAGS, this is gorgeous because I didn't think those two worlds would come together. Mostly because all the shave soaps we have so far, it's either one lane or the other. Right. It's the more natural essential oil ideas of the cedars and things like that. Or it's the more of the homages to the classic aftershave, the syrupy, sweet Avon sort of senses of things that were so beautiful back in the 60s and 70s. But this somehow beautifully brings both of those worlds together to be like super modern and super vintage at the same time, leaving out everything in between.
So it does have more of that masculine side to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, some of the other ones you've been kind of like,
there's a tiny little hint of a gourmand that makes it a little bit more of a feminine sort of edge to it. But it's only for me about 15-20% of what's in here. The rest of this is where the woods and sort of the aquatics come against those beautiful syrupy aftershaves of the 50s, 60s, 70s. I think that's what Cartier has done. And I think that's the homage that HAGS has given them. Wow. And then over the top of it, y'all, is just this really clever, spicy cleanness. This really spicy
That was kind of in the intro. It did mention some of that stuff, so that's good.
Y'all, and just business is being done. Like you would be at home with that Cartier watch in a nice Cartier suit.
You got a suit going on with this.
I'm telling you, I don't know if they make suits. I know they make watches.
Anyway, but at least the outfit.
See if you think I'm anywhere close to what this is doing.
Oh, I see what you're saying, though.
Right?
That's
what are you
classy.
What are you? Yeah. Yes, that is.
But that's a Cartier thing. I guess that makes sense.
Oh, right. Funny. Well, a Cartier pin, right? Yeah, as classy as Noel Coward could think of. If Noel Coward thinks Cartier when he thinks classy, that defines classy.
Okay, there's something really timeless about this. Like, I feel like I'm in, like, its own time zone.
Yes.
Like,
I
could
get,
be
like,
going
a Breakfast
back.
at Tiffany kind of vibe.
Yeah, I could be going back. I could be coming. Oh, hi.
Oh,
are you helping?
Somebody is a Cartier fan. Well, of course. Friend of Noel Coward. This is Elaine Stritch from Sail Away on Broadway. She must have known we were talking about Noel Coward so much. She wanted to come over.
Thank you for helping.
Thank you, baby.
It's very,
Thank you, Elaine.
It's very helpful.
Stritchy. Okay.
She hasn't been to New York yet, but hopefully soon she'll get a trip.
So she's been to L.A. So that's
one of them. Okay,
classy
but yes,
and beautiful
classy,
and clean,
beautiful, and I'm
spicy.
truly trying not to read that list on the back. It does have, it does have a really fun woodsy, ambery vibe.
Yes, and that's the natural side, right?
Yes.
Now you're getting the syrupy sweetness side.
Yes, that was my next thing. There is something that's sweet about it, but I almost get like a boozy sweet. That it's more. It did list boozy at the end, and I'm smelling that in the sweet. Something is also boozy.
You're right. It's just a little bit, and you know what's funny? The booziness clicks for me. I smell I smell the scent notes in pairs. Yeah. So the booziness for me clicks with like a cold rocky feeling.
Yeah, and I was almost getting like the amber color of like, what alcohol kind of has.
Right.
Like that more scotch kind of color, or like when it's over the ice. Whatever that color is what I'm getting. And it almost has that really cool amber hue and amber scent that's coming through.
And I have an idea. I'm thinking if we put that in a bowl and mix it with some water, that you might get a little something else extra.
I'm really curious.
Here.
Okay, that it was not anything I was expecting, clearly off the label of why we picked it. But now that I've got my nose on it,
right. And they will tell you, do not bloom this soap. She is soft. She is ready for whatever you're about to do with your brush. You don't have to give her any help.
Do you like the smell? She keeps looking.
I'm telling you, she's got a classy nose on this dog. She knows the Cartier scents.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting.
She wasn't here for the barbershop we just did. No, she went slept in the bedroom.
She came running for HAGS.
But this,
she proves. I know you mentioned a suit earlier, but I really actually get the hustle and bustle of a New York City vibe. Like, I think even in the picture.
Right.
Is this New York on the skyline?
Well, 1 in every 11 Manhattanites is a millionaire. You can look that up. 1 in every 11 people who lives on the island of Manhattan is $1 million.
Not the dancers I know.
So it makes sense to me that they might have some Cartier going on in their closet.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm kind of in, even San Francisco or something that's bigger and more glamorous. Like, I'm getting dressed up to go somewhere.
Y'all.
Magic's happening?
I don't mean to alarm you, but they have the one thing in here that drives me bananas. And it's not bananas. It's mint. It's mint.
Oh, you smell
It's mint. It's something in the top.
Like sage or mint?
No, not sage. Mint.
Straight up mint.
Straight up spearmint, y'all.
Oh,
not
you
peppermint.
are a fan of that.
Not peppermint.
Okay.
This has a clean spearmint in it as sure as my butt is looking south. This has a spearmint in it.
And there is like a clean white color. I don't want to say powder, but there is a drier side to this scent.
Yes, and it's almost like an herby, needing to get your attention side pulling against that mint. And I love when
it's what makes it timeless and also classic.
Right.
Like, it just 100%. Really fits in that zone.
Oh, there is... If you are a spearmint fan, y'all, this is your Mapo. Take that in.
Oh, it did get cleaner here. And it almost got a little less ambery.
And do you smell the spearmint? Like, the spearmint kind of came in and filled in the gaps where the amber kind of gets a little more mellow. And then there's got to be a floral. There has to be. There's something soft. There has got to be a floral in this. What do you get?
It is the most masculine floral we've ever had.
Yes.
If
I'm thinking it's a small little white flower.
Yeah,
it's
just enough to keep it clean and pretty.
Like a little geranium, just a little something like
but
that
it's not
in there. Just a little softness of the floral.
Quickly.
But yes, it's not used as a scent note. It's kind of used just to kind of bring the others together in the top notes.
Right. I do have to say that this one, it has it's so different than anything we have.
It's where it's two worlds. It's where the cologne meets the natural, y'all. And I'm loving how they do this.
I would agree.
I wouldn't think they would click together as well, but it's almost like having your grandpa who does have one of those syrupy, beautiful 60s, 50s aftershaves on, and then walking along the coast.
But it's brand new.
And smelling those beautiful rocks and those beautiful trees, and smelling them both together. So this is when you walk your grandpa.
There you go.
That's what this is.
But there is something normally, like, if anyone's gotten close to this at all, I feel like it was them trying to recreate an older version of a scent. This is somehow still just as current and brand new. Like the bottle just opened.
I'm glad you said that. Bringing that vintage syrupiness into this doesn't age it.
No.
It just gives it like a foundation to stand on. It's almost like if you don't have the dark, you can't see the light.
Yes.
It's kind of that. So it gives you just a little bit of that sense of the 50s, and then it immediately is like, okay, that's where we were, and then this is where we are.
See on the label that very bottom yellowy color?
Yeah.
That's the color my brain's giving me. Like a really
or like his eyeball,
pretty,
right?
Yeah, almost like, when suits came in that color more often, that tan canvasy color, like, I'm there.
Or when you're wearing this, you feel like you can then go invade the city. And just
you can conquer the
world. We're just going to step on the Chrysler building.
I don't want to give in, but I'm really curious to go back to that list now and see, like, the details.
I really want to see how somebody like Cartier and HAGS put a scent together. Let's look at these scent notes. Whoa. Okay, so let's see if we can find our dichotomous tug of war.
This is a different list.
In these set notes. This is interesting. All right, let's start with.
So sandalwood, which we both agree on. It's still in there for sure.
We just picked up our Parasso Red aftershave, we know what a good sandalwood smells like. That's definitely in here.
And then here's liqueur, which I was kind of right, because that was where I was thinking the boozy sweetness.
It doesn't say what liqueur. So y'all, I mean, that could be anything from your Irish whiskeys all the way over to your Grand Marniers. So, I mean, could
it's
be
in there.
Anything, right?
It's definitely in there, but it adds a classy vibe, I gotta say.
As they mentioned, and you know what's funny? I had trouble kind of finding this. Balsam fir, although they mentioned it was forward.
Is that more the spearminty thing that kind of tweaks in there?
I don't think so. But maybe. Like, smell this. If it is, it means they went in and took some of the part of the balsam fir and left the sort of furry part on the side.
It's super fresh and clean.
It's like the sweet part of the balsam alone.
Right, because I always think of balsam fir as a little more dried, like a little more timid, but that's kind of
potent. Or a little more
potent.
green and earthy and like evergreen forest and Christmas tree like, but this isn't at all. This is like they just take the balsam sweetness and use that as the sweet part. And then benzoin, y'all.
And ambroxanide. Not ambroxin, but ambroxanide.
Ambroxanide. And then
tonka bean, which there is
the working sweet, man's friend,
but it's
the
hidden.
Tonka bean.
It's very hidden in there.
Labdanum,
so that was the florally sweet kind of thing coming through, right?
And then getting kind of specific, Indonesian patchouli leaf, not the root,
and not just patchouli,
the leaf,
the Indonesian.
Leaf. I get that. I get a little, just enough where you can barely sense it. Like when you add reverb to music, you're just supposed to turn it up until you can barely sense it, and then turn it back down a little bit. That's what the patchouli does. So it's just they're grounding it. Well, okay, that's amazing. Because somebody said something yesterday that I loved. They said, okay, that scent note, you'll never know it's there unless you're told. Okay. And then once you're told, you're like, wow, that's cool. Right. And at first I thought, well, what good is this scent note that you don't even know it's there? That you would, quote, never know it's there. But then I realized, it's because you're not getting that scent note. You're getting what that scent note is doing for the other scent notes. Like a note of music is fine, but it's what the other notes do with it that make it cool. It's that scent note that the patchouli's doing. Now, if you smell for it, here's the cool thing. You will smell it because it's the full patchouli. It's not part of it. It's the whole thing.
No,
so you ready?
Indonesian patchouli leaf.
Here comes the Indonesian patchouli leaf whiff, everybody.
Okay. And it blends, like, you really have to dig. They blend really well with that.
You gotta dig for that root.
There.
See what you did there, folks? You gotta dig for it. But it's there.
It's there.
And it's basing everything else.
I would agree.
Forming the pedestal that everything else is standing on, and it's glorious.
Okay, is that the same list that we see here? Top, lavender, mint, caraway, anise, mandarin orange.
Wait, did you say mint?
Did I? I did!
Marcus was right!
He was so right! You need to Fix that thing, man.
One of these days it'll
Okay, but now, can you smell for the mandarin orange?
Come on, how do they not put mint on there? It's so beautiful. And the mandarin orange. Yeah! That I get. Whoa!
It's a very subtle...
That's part of the sweet. That's the sweet that's mixing with the sweet in the balsam fir. That was the sweet you were
looking for, not the tonka bean alone. That was in there.
Okay, I'm going to read this one.
Okay, then middle notes, coriander and Brazilian rosewood.
How are those not on this?
I know, I'm worried this
is
the wrong one.
I know, right? That's... Okay, so sandalwood, patchouli, and labdanum are in there, but the rest of them are totally different. Or maybe they're all in there, and they got to pick some for this and some for that.
Right.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Okay, so read these one more time. What's on the actual box?
Lavender.
Yes.
Mint.
Yes.
Caraway.
Yes. Yep.
Anise.
Yep.
Oh, is that.
Absolutely.
That adds the depth.
That's the natural part that brings it away from the cologne. Good.
And then mandarin orange.
Yes.
Coriander.
Love it.
There is a spice in there for sure.
100%.
Brazilian rosewood.
Yes. That's what's in the middle / base. Smell that?
But we said the flower that wasn't quite masculine.
Yes, got it.
There. Oak moss. Sandalwood.
Yep.
There's the patchouli.
There's
still
the patchouli.
there.
Okay, that's the same.
And labdanum.
Love it. Y'all, so these are the recipe for this.
Yeah.
Woo! Absolutely beautiful. And this is
more complex to me, and that's what I'm getting.
This is a really clever businessman in a suit.
Yeah, he's ready to conquer the world.
This is Richard Gere, not Jason Alexander. Can I just put that? If you've seen Pretty Woman, he's not going to be doing magic tricks. Y'all know he's going to be jumping in the Corvette, if you know what I mean. That's this scent.
Yeah, it still has a classy and classic. Does that make sense?
100%. The coriander, I totally get that. This had to be to pull against the really syrupy, beautiful 1950s, 60s cologne. You got to be super on the natural sort of drier side.
And the anise in there too. It just adds that depth to it.
That's absolutely what's doing it. So since patchouli does have a root and a leaf, why don't we follow one down and go deeper? Okay, so we don't just not have anything like this in our cabinet. We really don't have anything like this.
And I see what you were hinting at earlier, bringing up the classic homage kind of month for aftershaves that we did, because there are the amber in this. There are other classic kind of woodsy stuff that is in this. I can totally see, but those were aftershaves. This is a cologne homage from that time kind of scheme going on.
If you are a little scared of patchouli, like I used to be, because I went to San Francisco State in the 90s and patchouli...
Maybe New York too. I don't know.
It wasn't really used as a fragrance oil. It was used to cover up other odors that you may not have wanted to permeate the air around you. So patchouli and I didn't get along for a very long time, but there have been 2 soaps in my whole history where I'm just like, wow. Once I know it's there, not only do I really sense it, but it makes my mouth water. It makes my teeth want to come together. It's just so gorgeous. And it's Bad Santa by Macduff, and it's this one, Emperor by HAGS. Because at first, man, you really don't sense it. You really don't sense it. But as soon as you do, Bad Santa too, DJ's wife doesn't get any patchouli in Bad Santa. It becomes other things for her. It becomes
part of the scent.
So, but once, and so for me, I didn't sense it at all once I really started taking this in. But knowing that it's in here and knowing that both they agree that it's in it, amazing. And it has that same sense for me of if it wasn't here, this soap wouldn't be genius anymore.
No, I agree.
So I know it didn't used to get along with me. But now, if it wasn't here, I would really miss it.
No,
there's a life lesson in there somewhere.
I feel like there's a reason that we picked this, clearly based on knowing that we've enjoyed some HAGS stuff so far, and that it was a exclusive with past year. So we were we should get this. Right. We should check it out. We should use our little promo sales here. But now that we've got our noses on it, I think we'd be kind of sad if we had missed out on this one.
Right. And y'all, it's the patchouli that's somehow making this clean. I mean, put it in the comments, but somehow the patchouli that used to be the dirty scent for me is helping make this really clean.
And I gotta say, just seeing Cartier, I would have thought this was totally out of our lane. It wouldn't be something, because we don't live our days in suits for jobs. It's a very different environment. But getting our noses on this, it does have a place. It is very different.
I would adore this on a beautiful late spring walk.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I agree. There's something mature and timeless and classy.
Right.
But it doesn't exclude current.
Right,
that makes
because it
sense.
has its younger sides.
Scent.
It has its beautiful florals and the rosewood and the beautiful younger sides. And then that patchouli just gives it that age and wisdom. And
I'm so glad we didn't actually open this until spring, because I feel like right now, like that's why I was getting those lighter ambery tan colors in mind. Like it really does fit that spring to summer zone somehow.
So it's pretty simple. All you have to do is start to lose faith in the Imperial Senate, and the Chancellor is going to ask for full and unlimited power while he deals with this little situation. But when you do, you're going to start to turn to the dark side and become the right-hand man, ironically, of the Emperor, because you don't have one, but you just got your own! So head over to PastYourShaving.com, where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Emperor. And you know what I love about this scent? Usually for like a beautiful nighttime scent, I think more of your deepers, more of your darkers, your tobaccos, and your patchoulis and those kind of things. Y'all, this for me, and the last analysis, is a beautiful scent I would wear out for the evening when I wanted something to smell clean. I know it's a little weird because you're clean, your fresh smells are generally your mornings. This is a nighttime clean scent. Kind of like the guy on the cover. And the lather, y'all, it's a special occasion. It's just one of those things when you put it on, you just know you're going to have a great shave, great cushion, great feel, great slickness, great glide, great afterfeel. HAGS, thank you for remaining one of our favorite artisans.
Welcome to Messages!
Hey, y'all. So one of our favorite artisans of all time where value meets quality is Sterling Soap Company, and we're going to have a giveaway of a $20 gift certificate to Sterling Soap Company for anything you'd like from their entire catalog. All you have to do is be a subscriber here on YouTube to the Barbershop Duet and send an email so we can get back to you till we set you at thebarbershopduet.com. Check back on June 1st to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck!
Banger of bangers.
Yeah. After those classic aftershave homage, like kind of hate that you did, but adding this to even some of our other cologne homages, like this is so different than any of the other ones.
I love this. This isn't where old meets new. This is all the way old meets all the way new, and they're kind of put together.
I'd agree.
And y'all, we want to be especially grateful because we did have a little bit of a credit left that we used toward this order. So while it wasn't technically sponsored by Pasteur, we did have some money off. So thank you, Pasteur, for this collaboration. And thank you, HAGS, for doing such amazing work.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.